you're good. 7.
All right, we're back, and now we're gonna
Okay.
fight the big bad of the episode, or the session rather.
And I'd not even bother to balance this at all. I just threw in a fucking Liberated. So good luck. Best of luck, and may the odds be ever in your favor, guys. You've been rolling great this whole time.
Would have been nice if I wasn't cripplingly injured.
And not going up against something that has advantage against all spells.
Yep. Oh, somebody got 22. Well, at least you got that.
Got a natural 20. Of course, it has to be on initiative.
Well, I mean, it helps. All right, so Light Pants Raphael gets a natural. All right, so Maven got a 16. What do we have? Here, Peter got a 7, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Light Pants Raphael actually goes first in this. So you've seen this exchange. You've seen the demon come up behind you. They had a sort of exchange. You basically see C turn into a fucking weird ass eye coming out of the ground. This whole place looks like it's some weird fleshy thing. You're not entirely sure what's going on, but they look like they're not too friendly with each other. You're not sure who's friendly with who at this point. What do?
I mean, he's impersonating me, so he obviously needs to be hurt.
Yeah.
So let's just have at him.
Let us have that. Let's do that.
Oh, Peter, please stop.
Sounds like drawing. I think he's drawing. That's my guess.
First attack 20. Does that hit?
So does a 20 hit? It does hit. What are you attacking with? The crossbow?
Crossbow.
Okay. Okay, player.
First attack is 7.
Okay. I'm assuming you're doing the whole three.
All three, yeah.
attacks. Yep. All right. Might as well roll them all.
14.
14. Okay.
Does that hit?
does miss. That
Okay.
misses.
The next one. Definitely not.
Oof. Oof. Yeah. Well, I feel sorry for you, Light Pants Ralph.
Oh no.
So you do hit the first 2 attacks. You get the first attack hits, and you do some damage there. But that third attack, you go to wind up that crossbow, get it set, put the bolt in, even though you ignore the fucking loading property, and as you go to put that in, the bolt itself seems to just hang into the in the mechanism itself.
God damn it.
And so it is now pretty much jammed for what you can tell. You're not sure whether it's the crossbow string or if it's the bolt track that's in it. Maybe some debris got in there, but right now your weapon seems to be non-functional.
Yo,
Great.
Ralph, you need to work on them tracks.
I do. I gotta oil that shit up.
Oh my god.
Pat that weave.
So with that, we have Maven's turn. Unless you're gonna move or something, Ralph. You are standing in
Don't
front
need
of
to
a
move.
demon.
Alright, I just have to check one thing.
Mm-hmm. What's your AC, Ralph? It's 20 now, right? That armor.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's so horrible. It's like just to hear, oh, your AC is 20 now, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's good to know.
Only 20, huh?
Um,
Not gonna matter much with my plus 80 to hit.
So I will imagine that at this point my mirror image would have faded. So I will recast that.
Sure.
That's a bonus action, right?
No, but it doesn't require concentration.
Hmm.
Nice.
Okay.
And that's all right. So that's your spell, right?
Yeah,
Okay. And are you gonna move or anything?
I'm gonna move away from the thing from this thing.
Okay.
I'm gonna move away from I'm gonna move away from him and probably kind of try to get myself just away from it.
Okay, so just so you get an idea of the way the layout is now, um, everything is sort of melted away, right? You get the feeling the entire building was just sort of meant to look like a building, but now that sort of artifice is dropped away. So you still see that there's like a portal, like the one that you entered with the drapes, but now that's just open to what you assume might be, and you can't tell from looking here, but it looks like there's some, hallway beyond that. But where you are now is mostly flat, but there are columns um, that still exist, and they too are made of sort of sinew. And so you have four columns in this area, and you could say they're about 40 feet apart, right, from each other in a square. Um, and then, C is sort of in the middle towards the back of this, if you want to call it that. And then the demon's closer toward the front with Ralph in front. And you can choose, yeah, we'll say west or east.
West.
Okay, so yeah, you're on the west side of this.
West side.
West side. So let's just so we can all get on the same page there. Let's say the demon is south, right? And that's towards the exit of the building from where you
Yeah,
came in.
I'd say
whatever you call this.
I'm closer to where C is, so further north, like near where table.
Okay.
Because I handed him the thing and then turned around and was saying all that shit.
Yeah. And so that all happened. So now are you gonna sort of hide behind a pillar or just stay within visual? Pete. Oh, Pete.
I am going to, yeah, I'll tuck myself behind a pillar for. Well, no, I don't need to tuck myself behind a pillar. I'll just kind of get out of the way.
Okay, cool. And so, so you do that, and what you notice now, if that's your turn, you notice that C himself is still sort of talking, and he's saying, he seems to be addressing the demon, and again, this voice is coming from everywhere. It's not coming from where the eye is, but he says, I'll never do what you guys wanted me to do, and my friends here, we're all gonna take care of you and all your Batezu friends, and I should say Tanari, and he, out of his eye stalk, you see like a magic energy start to form and starts to crack, and it begins to create basically electricity around it. And give me 1 second here. This shit, all of it. And so he casts some sort of spell, and you're not sure how, but out of the eye itself, it shoots out to the demon, right? And so I've got actually. So what it does, it's basically casting it looks like a bolt of lightning shoots out of the eyeball. And give me a second. Actually, why not? Fuck it. Right.
Yeah, also, if it has to make a dexterity check, because these things have advantage, right, on, like, magic saving throws?
Peter would know it, but they do have
Jesus.
advantage.
Yeah, so if it's a dex save, he doesn't have that anymore.
What do you mean? Oh, the disadvantage?
Yeah,
sure. Yeah, I was gonna be like, well, this is a different thing, but that's fine because it was got the sort of drop on him, so to speak. So why not? So does that roll? And he actually still does fail. That damage. So yeah, so you see that happen, and it looks like the demon does take some damage. And the next thing that happens, it looks like G sort of springs into action, and he's still in his butler. and you're not entirely sure, what Jeeves is going to do, but it looks like Jeeves rolls right up, and with his fists, goes to knock the demon out. And ooh, wow, that's wonderful. That's wonderful for me. Probably wonderful. Second. So that does a certain amount of damage there. And so now, I got too many things going on. So now it is the demon's turn, right? And the demon looks down at Ralph and said, almost like if you can interpret what a demon's face says when it makes expression, it almost looks like pity. So it goes to take a swipe at you, Ralph.
Can fucking try.
And it's like one big old right-handed pincer comes down upon your head, and does an 18 hit.
No.
All right, and then it makes that one swipe. It takes the other pincer, and it goes to swipe at you again. And this got me. So this is a 24.
Reaction to shield.
All right, and then that would basically make it miss, right?
Yeah.
So it's 20 plus 5, right? So, all right, so for now, for the rest of the turn, your AC is 25?
Yeah.
Okay. So, it goes to attack you with that other claw, and it thought it was going to hit you. It looked really confident, and it looks like that didn't work. Oh, you fucking motherfuckers. So the next attack, it's attacking more than 2 times. It's like under the arm. There's like a Goro arm that comes out of here, and it's going to punch at you, right? And when it does, it seems like maybe that lightning attack sort of disoriented him, but he seems to definitely misses you, but he misses by a long shot. And so what it looks like is that he overextends himself, and now he doesn't fall to the ground, but he seems to present like an opening, and I'm going to give you an attack of opportunity. Fuck it. Let's
Okay.
see Ralph. Yeah, let's see Ralph give. Wonderful.
My weapon was still jammed.
Yeah, that's right. So what you get is the bolt itself, like the string now shoots forward like with a big old twang, and the bolt flies off like spinning, like not in any way that seems aerodynamic at all, and the bolt just flies off into the air harmlessly, and you notice your crossbow itself, the trigger mechanism is now, normally it retracts and comes back out as part of the action of the crossbow, but the trigger stays against the frame of the handle, and you're not entirely sure that it's going to release again until you can fix this. So now your thing is worse than it was before. So good job, but that's fine. Attack of opportunity, and you failed it. So
yeah.
So, but the demon's turn itself is done. It's still sort of you could say it's exposing its flank because it overextended itself. And so what we have is Peter's turn now.
So I'm
sorry.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull out my broom from my bag of holding.
Yeah.
Hop on that bitch and fly up like, I guess like 40 feet.
Mm-hmm.
And then, give me a dex saving throw.
Okay. So that is a 15.
Okay, yeah, so you're only gonna take, I guess, like half of this.
Okay. Okay, 22.
So the 8, 1, 3, and 9 are all lightning, and then the 1 is necrotic.
All right, cool. Okay. You said the what is necrotic?
The 1, because you see there's like the 4 d10 and then a d6.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, the d6 is necrotic damage from the hex.
And Okay, and is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, I don't really have anything else.
Sure. So,
Oh wait, no, I'm gonna use my bonus action.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use up a 3rd level spell slot to cast Healing Word on Ralph.
Okay.
Oh, thank you. I could definitely use that.
And isn't that how many die is that? Healing, isn't that like...
It's like a 1d4 or some shit. Hold on.
What healing word? But what he cast it at a 3rd level slot.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, I am. I just don't know how many it is normally, because I would just add dice.
It increases 1d4 for each one. So if it's level 3, it's 3d4 plus your spell casting ability.
Healing word. Make it a better way.
All right, so
Not bad.
10.
I'll take it.
I like that.
And now I'm done.
All right. It is now White Pants route.
Okay, so my crossbow obviously isn't doing its thing.
It's pretty fucked up.
So I'm gonna sling it because I can't use it at the moment. So what I'm gonna do is go up to this thing and draw out my Moon Touch sword.
Oh, the thing you got at the discount store?
Yeah.
Wonderful.
And 99 copper.
The 99 copper store.
99 copper store.
And then I'm gonna actually go up to the this dude and shocking grasp it first.
Oh, okay. Is that like a bonus action or something?
So no, that's just my regular action. But I have War Magic that if I do a cantrip first, I can then attack.
Wonderful. So shocking grasp. Do it.
Well, because isn't it if you attack with a cantrip that you can use a bonus action to attack?
No, it's just beginning of 7th level when you use your action to cast a cantrip, you can make one weapon attack as a yeah, okay, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I know I'm right.
But because all I had to do was actually cast it, not necessarily hit with it, I still get the attack.
Yeah, but since it's a bonus action to attack, that means you don't get your modifier to the damage.
Since when? I've always done it.
Well, no,
that's right. That's because that's my
yeah,
thing.
Exactly.
You know, it's still something.
Mr. Rules.
It's damage.
Yeah. Well, first you have to attack. You didn't do damage this turn. You didn't do damage the turn before. You didn't do damage on your attack of opportunity.
Hey man, you literally destroyed me with fire earlier. I'm a little burnt out
fire.
at the moment, okay?
It wasn't fire, it was lightning.
You still fried me. I'm a little burnt out.
It wasn't the first time.
There's an 18 hit.
The 18 does hit. And what is this with the Moon Touch sword?
Yes.
All right, wonderful.
So I don't add my dex mod, right? Just straight attack?
Yeah, because it's a bonus. That's why I don't, like, from reading the Eldritch Knight, I'm like, they kind of are garbage.
All right, so that definitely happened. It is that the whole of your turn?
That is a whole turn.
Alrighty, so
Don't you have action surge?
Yeah, I'm not gonna waste it at the moment.
What?
I'm gonna wait.
Facing a demon, but okay.
Okay.
There's gonna be an opportunity where it arises and it's useful.
He wants to wait till the crossbow works. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it is Maven's turn.
Okay, I will make a spell attack.
Right. Let's make it happen. Okay. Oh, that's wonderful. That's gonna hit.
Okay, so I cast Witch Bolt as a 3rd level spell.
Alrighty. So what's that do?
It would be 3d12. Yeah.
It's force, isn't it?
I'm not sure. No, I think it's lightning.
Oh, yeah, it is lightning. You're right.
For 30 damage.
Ooh, wonderful. Wonderful. All right. So he definitely gets singed by that. And he's not happy. But you can't tell that this guy would be happy by that. Doesn't seem capable of smiling.
Unless there's debauchery.
Right. Yeah. So like something. Yeah. And even then, you maybe think it's inside. It's an inside smile. All right. So it is Peter's turn. Oh no, no. What am I talking about? This makes
Yeah, it's everyone else. It's everything else's turn.
yeah. So so is that's your whole turn, right, Maven?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So again, you have C, or what the thing that was C seems to be calling upon some extra magical well, drawing upon some form of magic, and it casts a spell that you're not entirely sure. Here. Yep. So it seems to cast a spell, and it affects the creature in a way that you're not entirely sure what's going on, but you can kind of see that the creature itself seems unaware of its surrounding now, as if it's blinded in some way. It's hindered visually, like you're not sure how or why, but that's I guess the sort of the eyeball's gaze comes down upon this demon, and that is that turn. And so, just I guess for gaming to speed things up, the demon is blinded, and all effects that go with that. So right after that, it is Jeeves' turn. Jeeves is still, trying to go at it, and oh, wonderful. So he's going to attack with his fists, and wonderful. Yes. All right. So Jeeves seems to be doing the work that Ralph was supposed to be doing.
Gee, thanks.
I'm just saying, has to be said. Okay, and so Jeeves scores some good hits. Like maybe Jeeves was a boxer in a past life. You're not entirely sure, but it gets real. It gets real horror show for her.
Yeah, he used to be a contender.
Yeah. So it's Peter's turn.
Dex saving. So since he's blind, does that mean he actually has disadvantage on this now?
I believe at this point we'll just say it's disadvantage. Yeah, because there was the negation, and then now let's just say it's fully like a normal, as if it's working the normal way. So yeah, so Dex saving throw. It's normally what is it? Automatic failure. Attack rolls have advantage. Creatures attack disadvantage. Fails any ability check that requires sight. So is the spell trying to make him dodge something? I'm guessing, right?
Because I guess it would be a Dex save to jump out of the way of lightning,
and he won't be able to see it coming.
So does it mean he just automatically fails?
He will fail the save.
Okay. 20 points of damage.
Oh jeez, this is lightning again. Okay.
The 4 is necrotic, so there's 4 necrotic, and then 16 lightning.
Okay, cool. So, which I think, if being on, yep. Yeah. So, okay. And yep. And so, is that your turn?
I'm gonna use another 3rd level spell slot to try to save Ralph and give him life.
Okay.
Give him another healing word. 13.
I'll take it.
All right. And it's good that that's happening for you, Ralph, because it's your turn, and you've got things to reconcile right now. There's a lot of shit going on with you.
There is, yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go for the same combo again.
All right. So let's do it.
So
Does
you
an
have
18
advantage.
hit?
Yeah,
Well-
actually, you have advantage. So roll just to see if you crit. And you're doing this with the sword, right?
No, he's
Yeah.
shocking grasp.
Yeah, that
Right.
shocking grasp
Okay.
is the first thing I gotta do.
Yep. So this hits.
Gotta be shitting me.
Okay.
And a sword attack.
With advantage, remember.
Oops. 6 actually.
So it looks like it did, right? So yeah, that's gonna miss.
Yeah,
Your moon touch sword. It's
it's not doing so hot.
not doing great. Yeah.
You're just not used to using it. You're just so used to using your hand crossbow.
Yeah, and
It
then
was. It seems like it was crafted in the sort of in the Far East, in the Shaolong area of Faerun. You're not entirely sure.
Definitely
using those
not.
swords are not the best craft.
oh well. That ends my turn.
It's like buying a sword at Comic-Con.
Yeah. It's literally got a flat edge. Like there's no way you can even cut bread with it. So it is Maven's turn.
Okay. So you take 1 whole damage.
No, it isn't it. It's 3, isn't it? 3D.
That's the first attack.
The initial.
Well, no, you don't have to make an attack. Don't you just keep rolling that damage over and over again? It's not the 1 because you cast it as like a 3rd or 4th level spell.
Yeah.
But you read Witchbolt's text specifically, it says only on the initial attack does your damage go up.
Ah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's garbage.
That's a 1. And so that's lightning, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ralph, you need to stop using shocking grasp.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Yeah, just as the DM, this is almost like in Final Fantasy VII when you get like the big giant monsters and stuff like that, and you're not hitting it with the proper attack, so like you do like 1 damage every round.
Yeah, no, I actually scream I scream at you and say, no, you need to hit it just with your sword.
Is it healing it?
No,
Okay.
It has resistance to lightning. So
I'm
it's
not
only
doing so
taking-
hot regardless.
Yeah, but at least your weapon is magical, so that means that the damage you're doing with your weapon is actually doing full damage. And at least if you attack like normally, you'd be adding your modifier.
Well, actually, wait. I just realized something. That whenever they say the damage resistances, usually it only is for non-magical weapons. So spells don't count under.
Well, no, it says that they have resistance, lightning, whatever. So if it has that ability, it has resistance to it.
Okay. Oh, so it's bludgeoning, piercing. I get it.
And normally it says bludgeoning, piercing, slashing, things like that from non-magical
I
weapon.
got it. I understand it now. Yeah, I was reading the.
Yes. The punctuation: cold, comma, fire, comma, lightning, semicolon, bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical. There's
Yeah, because typically if you're attacking with like lightning, fire, or cold, it's with magic.
right.
And also this thing, like, even if that was not the case, like if I was just throwing lightning at it from like a fucking like Tesla coil, like it still has magic resistance. like it's one of those things that it is a creature that is highly resistant to magic. So it's just like, yeah, Ralph, you need to just use your weapon. Okay, so it's someone else's turn.
Yeah.
Yep.
So who just went? It was Maven, right?
Yeah.
So, all right. So again, the eye stalk sort of like looms around, and it seems to call up some magic again, and this time it looks like it's trying to cast something different from what it was. You've seen some lightning, you've seen something else where it seemed to make it blind, and so this time cast a spell, and what you see happening, it doesn't seem to affect the demon this time. It seems like whatever was happening was sort of rebuffed by the demon, but the next turn is actually Jeeves' turn. And in this case, Jeeves is going at it again. He seems to be going ham. And if they still say that in the kitty land. And again, he connects this time. Ready? He connects again. Jeeves really isn't fucking around. Second here. Two attacks from Jeeves.
Yeah, Jeeves is like the only one that's doing anything.
Yeah, it's so. All right, so he seems to do some damage. He seems to be going toe to toe, pretty much hand to hand with this demon. And it's the demon's turn again. And what happens here is the demon is going to it seems to be beginning some sort of incantation, but it just immediately you, Ralph, are surrounded by complete. You're just in the world of darkness at this point, and you're not entirely sure what's going on. But what the rest of you see, at least the ones that are further back, you see the demon there's like an orb of darkness in front of the demon. I'm pretty sure you know what that is. And the demon starts to make his way to C, and he'll move there, and that's pretty much going to be his.
Am I allowed to use counterspell?
You can try to use counterspell. I don't even know the rules for counterspell, so let's see how it works.
You attempt to interrupt a creature in the process of casting a spell.
Mm-hmm.
Creatures casting a spell of 3rd level or lower, its spell fails and has no effect. If it's a spell of 4th level or higher, I have to make an ability check using my spellcasting ability. The DC plus the spell's level.
Well, so the spell you're saying for darkness, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so that's a level 2 spell, right? And so if it dispels immediately, level 2 or lower or whatever, it's so the darkness doesn't happen, right? So the demon's a little disturbed by that, a little mad, but as frustrated as he is, he sort of works around Ralph, who does have a sword, but goes around Ralph and makes his way towards C, or the thing that was C.
Doesn't that provoke an attack of opportunity?
I'm glad you brought that up. You may roll to attack. You get the feeling the demon isn't really worried too much about your attack, although it's a formidable one. So yeah, roll some damage.
9.
Oh, look at that. 9. Right. So
stabby stab.
You get to sort of take a swipe as it goes past you, and it does seem to do some damage, but the demon completely ignores your attack for what it's worth. And we'll say it is Peter's turn.
All right, deck save.
Right. And this is at disadvantage now, right?
Yeah, since it's blind.
Okay, and
yes, 30.
13.
13 fails.
Perfect. All
So
right.
6 of the damage, that's max damage for my necrotic, and then that's 26 lightning.
Okay. So the demon screams at the attack. The lightning still finds purchase. You see it like enter and attack the flesh. Maybe not as effective as you think, as you've seen it against other people like Ralph when it goes against him. Pretty strong. So it, but you also see the other damage, go right through, and it seems angry still. It's still, it's still in decent shape from what you can tell, but there's some damage being done to. Um,
Yeah, we're like very pitifully whittling it away.
yes. So it's light pants Rafael.
So, do I still have advantage on attacks on this guy?
Yeah, it's blind.
Yeah, yeah. I don't even know how I went to go attack. Just went in a direction.
What's the requirement for fixing my crossbow?
So what you're gonna have to is, I'll say, unless you can pitch me a different skill, you're gonna have to give me a dexterity check with your proficiency on this to try to figure out what component here is messed up.
Okay.
And you've had this crossbow. It's not like the stone crossbows that you're used to. You've had this crossbow a long time. This is one of the first times it's actually really seriously jammed on you. Wonderful. And it takes a little bit, but you're used to sort of field servicing your gear, so to speak, in a pinch.
You gotta do
and
sports.
you are able to figure out, what the piece was that was missing, and it looks like there was just like a little lever that didn't get flipped back up. That after the last, string went through. It looks like it just didn't reset properly. You're able to sort of jam it, you bang it to the side a little bit, and you move the lever, you get your fingers around it, and you're able to actuate it, and it flicks the trigger back into place. But that does take slap, pull, observe, release, tap, shoot. Yes, that's
No, that's how
very
you
good.
fix an M16 and M4s.
Yeah, yeah. And so, for all intents and purposes, you do clear the chamber, but you did spend your turn to do that, to get that sort of undone. But you did clear it out. It's ready
Alrighty.
to fire again. You set the string ready to go, and you're ready to ignore the loading property on your next turn.
Yes.
So, so
Always.
it's Maven's turn.
Okay, I will make a ranged spell attack.
All right.
Does that hit?
That does hit.
Okay. I use chill touch.
Ooh, okay. Let's make it happen.
It does 10 damage.
All right. And
No.
oh, it does have cold. Oh, it's necrotic, right? So it doesn't have necrotic. So perfect. So you do 10 damage to it. It's mad, but it's still going. And so it is now ceased. And unless you got something else moving or whatever, it is a little closer to you, but not by much. It did go towards the sort of the north part of
I'll
the
move
map.
off to the side a bit, but like I'll move off to the side if he. Well, you know what? No, I'm gonna stand my ground.
Okay. So C gets it's right up in the C stalks phase, and what you see is more magic being sort of channeled, and second. So as the magic being channeled, you see a sort of, it's like almost like what you cast with your chill touch, but it's different. It's the form is strange. It's a little more alien. Uh, it's not a hand or anything like that, but you get the feeling it's maybe the same thing. And yeah, but it doesn't seem to find purchase. It begins to sort of wrap around the parts of the demon that it can, but it doesn't. It just basically passes through demon. But then the next turn is G's again. G's ain't fucking around, so he misses one finally. But the first one still hits, and he's punching away, man. This guy is got tenacity. That's, I mean, a lot more than he said for what Ralph's now. I'm just teasing. So he gets to do some damage, and that continues on in that fashion. And it is now the turn. So the demon takes both pincers, and he takes a sort of, like, if you can say, a pincer maneuver, right? He takes the left and the right, but he, why did he have to do this twice? So he sort of takes both pincers and tries to slam them together, and he does hit this stalk and do some damage there. There's definitely it's an ugly looking
the demon.
No, the demon attacks. Yeah, he attacks the
C.
eye stalk. Yeah, C.
Even with disadvantage.
Yeah, so that's the thing. Yeah, so with the one attack that it does, it actually hits and does some damage. But with the other one, it happens again, and this time, what you see is when it overextends and misses, the eye stalk itself seems to move, right? And as it moves, the demon is unbalanced, and as the demon begins to fall forward, you see the ground itself sort of come up and stick to the demon's flesh in a way that doesn't make you feel good. It's disgusting for the most part, but it's like the flesh itself is coming to almost absorb the demon, and it doesn't fully absorb it at all, but it seems to be holding the demon now at the base of C's stalk there, coming out of the ground, and so the demon's pretty fucked up. It's on the floor now. It's also blind, but that's pretty much what happens. It critically failed on the second attack again.
Oh my god!
So you guys, there's some luck going on both sides here, but we'll see what happens. So now it's Peter's turn.
All right, deck save.
Right, and so I'm just assuming this is fully disadvantaged at this point. Ooh, oh my god!
He crit failed?
No, I mean, I want to take a picture of this. This dude got natural 20s on both rolls. No joke, straight up, I'm looking at it, and I wish it wasn't that, but that's absolutely what just happened. He got natural 20s on both rolls. So what was that? It was a deck save, right? So it was 22, basically, if we want to gather it all.
Yeah, so it's gonna basically be like a quarter of that.
Yeah, so it's half of this plus the resistance, right? So, yeah. But the resistance is only against the major parts, right? So is it the one?
Well, yeah, the one.
Yeah, right. So, but that's fine. So, the demon somehow is able to call upon whatever abyssal strength it has to avoid getting hit by the spell, but. It still doesn't take the full fury of the attack, and it does take some damage.
I was like, it doesn't even take half the fury.
Yeah, it takes a quarter of fury. Quarter fury. And it is now
as it's lying there by the power of Grayskull.
Yeah, he's trying hard. Like, dude, I will never roll that ever again. First of all, and then never for myself. To actually attack. But yeah,
of course as a DM you would. That's just what happens.
No, but he's been fucking up pretty bad. Like, he failed twice already, and a few times. All right, so Light Pants Rafael, what's up?
Okay, so
he's gonna be sharpshooting. He got it.
I got advantage on all 3 of my attacks.
Well, no, you don't.
Why?
He's on the ground and prone.
But you could walk up.
I'm going to
within
walk
5
up to
feet
him,
and you're good.
and then yeah,
Well, wait. Do you have close range shooting?
Yeah.
that's what
That's
What's
the
your fighting?
crossbow.
What's your fighting style?
archery. Hold on.
No, but he also has, I think, crossbow. What was it? Crossbow master or whatever.
Well, no. But the thing is that isn't it if you're in melee with a ranged weapon, you have disadvantage?
Not with crossbow expert.
Okay.
Yeah, his specifically is to negate that disadvantage.
Okay. Good. All right. Yeah. So
Let's do
you're
this.
just gonna say that if he up to it and then just like shoots down, he'll have advantage. So good. So sharpshooter.
Are you gonna sharpshoot? Are you
First one.
sharpshooting?
Oops. It's
The
a
first one is a
19.
19 does hit. Yeah.
Yes.
Does a 16 hit?
A 16 does not.
Does an 18 hit?
18 does hit. So you hit with 2 attack, at least.
Action surge.
You know I'm fucking doing it.
Make this count, man. Make it all count. You have a
31.
Shit, damn.
And then action surge.
31. That's all piercing, right? Damn.
Yep.
All right.
Magical piercing.
Wait, his crossbow is not that.
My
Yes,
crossbow
it's
is.
a crossbow of warning.
Oh, that's right.
The first one misses. No fucking way.
So, I've seen that before.
Here we go. God.
And then don't you have a bonus attack?
No, you don't get an extra bonus attack.
Yeah, because it's a bonus action.
Hello?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
don't get a bonus attack. I already used it.
That's fine. So
So much pain.
with your opening volley, once you finally get your crossbow back, is
Is
You
this
know,
what you
it's-
guys wanted me to laugh?
well.
Well, the
it
last time was
worse.
all 5 of my attacks.
Yeah, all of them with advantage. You missed everything.
Yeah, I mean, close. 3 of them.
Yeah. So, so it's very much of you, but yeah, but even then, with your first volley, you do some pretty sufficient damage to this demon, face down, screaming with an unearthly sound. The walls of this thing, this flesh edifice, are shaking.
I hate that.
Flesh edifice. And so with that, it is Maven's turn. Maybe Maven can end this. Is it possible?
If I walk up to this thing, can I get advantage too?
As a wizard, what are you gonna cast? Let's see.
I was gonna cast Chill Touch, but like I don't want to do it from far away because I know that's disadvantage.
You do get advantage if you're up next to it. I mean, you don't get disadvantage if you're up next to it.
I would say it would be a regular roll
So
at that point. But it is. But then the thing is, it's also prone
Well, because the thing is, it's prone and blind.
and blind. So you know what? If you walk up to it, I will say you get full advantage on tap.
Okay.
So Maven.
So the
Walks up.
actual rule is in attack roll. Doesn't matter what kind of an attack roll, but an
Right.
attack roll against a creature has advantage if the attacker is within 5 feet of the creature. That's the only requirement.
Okay.
That sounds and looks like a tap
Perfect.
that hits.
Because I figured, because that's how I've been doing it with everyone attacking. Like when Malser's been using Firebolt on something that's prone, I've just been giving him advantage if he walks up to it and blasts it.
14 necrotic damage.
Ooh, almost max damage. Get it, bitch.
All right. So when you attack it, and in this moment, you actually seemed to do some actual damage to this. This demon was was feeling fairly cocky before to disengage with the soldier in front of him, but with that necrotic attack, you seem to dig deep into its flesh. This magical attack, and he seems to be doing very poorly. And you get the feeling that you're not sure what a demon looks like when it's in bad shape, or rather whether it's in good shape or not. But it does. You get the feeling this demon's in very bad shape, and it's letting out this sort of this fancy word, ululation, right? Ululation, right? Coming
like
out
Xena,
sort of bleeding, like a bleeding sound, like a goat bleating, but just much more ominous.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, and so its C seems to look down upon the demon at its stalk, because I can't say feet, and the flesh that was forming up around it starts to creep ever more around the body of the demon, and more and more of it's becoming subsumed, right, by the sort of flesh floor, and you can tell that demon is actually in pain now. There's sort of a crush that seems to be happening to its body, and it definitely is now taking the most damage that you expect, that you've seen since you've started this. So it's now the demon is struggling against the flesh that's covering it, almost covering. And it's Jeeves comes up. It's his turn. He comes in, and he's like, "All right, it's time." He starts doing the stomp on top of it. Oh wow! Of all the times, really, Jeeves, so Jeeves misses. Yeah, both.
Was he trying to stomp a mud hole into somebody?
He's trying to curb stomp this demon, and he fails with both. Of all times to fail, he failed now. And so
thanks, Jeeves.
It's the demon's turn, and the demon's struggling. You can see there's a writhing going on. It's sort of trying to do is to use his strength, his ungodly, unholy strength, to try to break free, and it's not enough. He cannot bring himself out of this grip. At this point, you get the feeling there's not much time left for this demon to complete whatever unholy task it's given. And it's Peter's turn.
Dex save.
Alrighty, so this is fully at a disadvantage. It can't even move at this point.
Isn't he literally surrounded?
So it's not. You can still see the mound of him, but the flesh is coming up to cover him. So he's not sinking into the ground so much as the ground is coming up to meet him, and you can see the skin stretching. When he strains against it, you can see the flesh sort of sticking to his flesh, and he tries to tear away from it, and it just snaps back tighter.
It's like when they perform the surgery to give you back your foreskin.
Yes,
you can get it back
when they bite it off with their teeth.
They just stretch the skin to pull it over a circumcised penis, so it kind of looks like it's uncircumcised, but it's horrific.
We started with Astroglide, and we ended up with botched circumcision. So he gets a 15 on that dex save. No, wait, that's wrong. It's disadvantage. So it is 7. So he failed that. Let's see what we got.
Damn straight.
21.
Wonderful.
So 5 points necrotic, and then the 16.
Yeah, and so and which spell is this again? So this is the call.
This is call lightning hex.
Call lightning with the hex on, right? So, so as you summon the magical weave again to bring down the lightning, and you're just wailing. You've been wailing away at him, and this is probably the first time you felt like it was effective against him. and it goes right into his flesh. You see it, creeping around the rest of his body, sort of like arcing the lightning, and as well as the extra necrotic damage that comes on. That's probably the most necrotic damage it's taken from your attack this time, and it is you can't see its face anymore as it's being pulled by that nasty stuff. But you get the feeling it doesn't have a lot of fight left in it, and it's Raphael's turn.
Advantage, correct?
You have full advantage this. Honestly, it's unfair to even make a person roll at this short range, but you're gonna have to, because that's what D&D is about. It's about failing. It's about failing in the face of utter advantage. Snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
Okay, they got a 19.
Yeah, 19 to hit.
Ooh, crit.
20, wonderful. Yes. Yeah.
That doesn't do anything. But that crit, though.
That misses. Yeah, that crit, though. So let's just roll the damage. Let's see what happens here.
That's what, like 3d6? Plus 20?
Plus 24. 39.
He's been rolling high. Jeez. He's been rolling high considering that his bonus is only 2 with that, with the sharpshooter, and he's actually been hitting with that now.
It's all the extra attacks. That's what does it.
Yeah, it helps, especially when you roll this crit just now. So, so you line up the bolts, right? So the first shot gets right in the shoulder, and you're not even sure if it's dead on that hit or not, but definitely on the second hit, that bolt goes straight through it. You can't see what happens on the other end of it, but what you see is its body sort of slumps, right? And then there's you're pretty sure that it died, but the only indicator you really see or really smell more than anything is it begins to sort of deflate almost, and a stench comes out of every hole that you gave it. If demons have anuses, it's probably coming out of that hole too. And it's just disgusting. It begins to deflate, and the stench just fills this flesh edifice. Is that the word of the day?
Yeah, flesh edifice.
With the smell of what you can only assume is the abyss. This has to be what it smells like down there or on that plane all the time, and it's not pleasant.
But it isn't.
Yeah, but with that attack, the demon has been slain.
Damn straight it has.
And what you see is that the body itself, the corpse, it actually gets pushed back up out of so the flesh actually pulls away, and Jeeves goes to sort of roll it over to verify, and you see the face is rictus of pain, and it's stuck that way. It's lifeless, and that's probably the best outcome that you can imagine. So
I want to utter a last heroic sentence.
Okay, yeah, sure. The demon's just alive enough to hear it. So what do you say?
Oh, it really kills me to do this, and that's when I shoot him.
Oh God.
What did you shoot?
I move my hex light pants.
Oh my God.
He's got to finish it. We still don't know if they're both real, right?
No, I just want him to get knocked out because I hate him.
Why? It was the perfect line.
It kills me to see this.
Whose line is it anyway?
Oh man, yeah. So the demon is slain and stands at the stalk base of C, and so C actually turns his really weird fucking eye at you, and make death saving throws. No, he says, "Oh, geez, thanks you guys. These people have been trying to track me. If you can call them people, they've been trying to track me down for a long time, and they're sort of the reason that other stuff happened to me. But now I'm pretty sure I can get back to where I belong. They basically sent me down here, and I think their trick was to, or their plan was to try to get me to work for them, but you know,
Where exactly do you belong?
I'm from I don't know. It's not even another plane. I come from a place that may not make sense to you if you ever saw it, but I don't even know where I come from. But I do have this special ability, and sometimes people try to take advantage of that. And in this case, I think the Tanari, his people are called the Tanari, and they've got this war. They call it the Blood War. And they were always at each other's throat. It's the Tanari and the Batezu, and they tried to drag me into it, but I'm just trying to survive. And and he says you get the feeling he's trying to spread his arms out. There are no arms. You just see this thing, this flesh edifice, right? So he goes, look, take a look, take care of your brother. Go check him out. I really don't know if he's alive. So go just check him out real quick. There's a lot of stuff up there. You can just take what you want. All those guys, I'm pretty sure, are dead. I mean, you can check them too. But
Yep, I zoom up there on my broom.
I have a question for you.
Sure. Yeah.
What's your special ability?
I am able to move things from place to place in the blink of an eye. And not from place to place, but place to time or place to plane.
So you're a telemagicer?
Oh,
yes. Sure, telemagicer. Is that what you call it? That's what you call it around here?
This makes sense.
No.
And so I was starting to get weak, being on this particular plane, and in the shape that I was in, there was some strong magic that made me the way that I am, that I was. But this is my final form, and this is my true form. And normally it's very simple. Someone comes and they need to go somewhere. They pass through me, and they go where they go. And my normal payment is their memory, and it's a win-win situation. I feed on the memory that they may have had in the past, and they get to keep it, and I get to feed, and they get to go where they're going. But I wasn't able to do that in this form and in this place, and so I thank you guys. Just let me know when you're done upstairs. Pretty tired.
Yeah, I'm already up there.
Yeah.
I'll take whatever they give.
Yeah. So,
no.
all right. So, when you there is that staircase. Mm-hmm. What's up?
Are the stairs fleshy too?
Yeah. So that's the one thing that's weird. That the structure sort of seems the same. It's just obviously you're almost like in the mouth of something, right? But there are stairs, right?
Yeah, we're in him.
Yeah, and so the stairs are the same layout for the most part. They sort of curve along the sides of the front. So when you go out that main archway, you go to the left or right, and you can get up to what is sort of a second floor towards there. And you do see I mean, can we call it a sphincter? Can we call a spade, right? What you see actually, Peter did not enjoy that. It's like any other sphincter, right? It's sort of like a portal that opens and closes, and you see like 3 or 4 of those in a row on this floor. But 2 of them are open, and they seem empty. But the ones, right? Let's say number 3.
He put Krzysztof in his assholes. Look, that's.
I mean, it's the safest, warmest place that you can go. So when you come up to, well, I would say that Peter was the first to get up there, right?
Well, yeah, I could dash at like 100 feet.
So as you approach the sphincter, I don't want to say it's an anus, but that's what it is. You touch it, and it sort of opens up, right? And it opens up like a full, like a portal, like a doorway into something.
Yeah, as per usual.
Yeah, that's normal. It's just like any other,
you touch it, and as long as you touch it right, it opens up for you.
Right off.
So, so you see inside of there. There's actually.
I just poke it with my wood.
So, I mean, why not? I mean, how else does this open up, right? I mean, we already have the Astroglide, right? So,
in the flesh edifice.
Flesh edifice. And so when you look inside, you see Krzysztof and John actually laid out in the, they're in repose for what it's worth. They're there. But they seem like the newest edition. You assume maybe Jeeves or somebody transported them up in here. But on top of that, there are by your count, a full 19 other corpses in this room.
Other corpses? I checked to see if they're dead.
No, yeah. So you check John and Krzysztof, and they seem to be all right, alive. And they can be, we'll just say eventually that you're able to wake them up. But the other bodies, they're just pretty much stacked up. Like, okay, I guess these guys didn't make it. So he just was jamming them in there like some sort of strange corpse storage. But they didn't seem to be being eaten or anything. Their clothes and everything, their armor and everything there.
Yeah, I am looting the corpses.
Yeah. So you assume these were the previous adventurers that took the job and just couldn't make it. So when you go there, what you all find is let's just say you each split 800 gold, right? That's not what you find on the corpse. Let's just say that Jeeves hands that to you as payment for the job.
Each one of us gets 800?
Yeah, everybody's gonna get 800, right? And then,
you said we split 800, right?
No, you each. There's actually what you find on the corpses. You can split or do whatever you like. But on the corpses, there's 483 gold, right? Total, right? And you find quite a number of little trinkets and things that you're not entirely sure whether what they are yet. But there's definitely some magical stuff going in here. So as you sort through some of the more well-to-do corpses, start with those guys, and then the guys that maybe look like they just had basic stuff on, and it's probably why they died. You see a pair of boots, right? And
so just so the guys know, it's 161 gold each, splitting the 400 whatever, okay. 483, so 161 each.
All right. I'm gonna get the descriptions because some of these actually come from. But so you see a pair of boots. You see a spell book, right? You come across one mage there that looks like.
Yeah, that spell book is definitely going to Peter.
Yep. You see at least one potion that just you're assuming it's definitely not a healing potion, right? So it's some form of potion. You see a bag, not unlike the bag you bought, but this one looks different. But it seems when you open it up, it seems to function very much like the bag that you have. It's just a different design from what you can tell.
Oh no, I don't want it to devour me.
No, well, it doesn't. We'll do the identification, but you also see, and there's a bunch of crap, right? You also across, you look for jewelry. You start going to, looking at fingers, looking for amulets, stuff like that. And you see on one of the guys, he had a pudgy finger, and it's tough to get the ring off, but there is a ring there that when it comes off, you could feel that there's magic in it on this ring. There's another one there, and you actually find another ring on another body. This one's more towards the bottom. So like you're putting work in, right? Because I mean these guys, some of these guys are 100-something pounds. Some of these guys are pretty hefty. They're maybe 200-something pounds as well. So you find another ring there, and as you start going through, you're pretty much done. You're sweating and heaving. Was anybody helping Peter go through these bodies?
Oh yeah, I'd be
All of
helpful.
us were.
Okay, all right, yeah. So you guys sort of work it out, and
Yeah, and I mean, we're all pretty cool to like share stuff. Like
Yeah.
we're all like friends.
I
And,
don't need a
like,
book.
yeah, and
Yeah.
so for one, I'm gonna make everybody while they were helping roll a perception check. Oh, I finally found it. Right. All right. Cool. All right. So, pretty much, as everybody's unloading and sort of stripping the corpses for what it's worth, Raphael, you actually see it. It's like you almost missed this one, and you see that there's a sort of amulet. That one of you thought that one was cleared out, but it wasn't. And it's sort of like it's strange because it doesn't look like it's jewelry so much. It's just like a strange stone. Um, think of like obsidian, but translucent. You know the way obsidian gets chipped and becomes like
Yeah.
a shape, depending. So it looks like that, but it's definitely magical just by looking at it. It almost seems to hold the entirety of space when you look at it. But yes, that's sort of an amulet there. And yeah, so if you want, we might as well go through all the stuff if you guys want to. Do you want to just identify it while you're in here? Do you want?
Yeah, because you could just identify it, can't you, Peter?
No.
Me?
Yeah, you don't have identify.
Yeah. So you hear a voice like, again, it's C, sort of on the Flesh Edifice intercom, and he goes, "Yeah, I'm not really sure what these guys were carrying, but I'm sure you guys can get that all sorted out. That stuff's all yours. I don't really have any need for it. But I'm getting ready to go, you guys. And it's been real. It's been real.
Bye.
Oh, yeah, bye. I throw John over my broom and fly out.
One of the flesh stalactites as I'm.
I mean, I still want to grab the stuff. Why are we leaving?
No, you've picked up.
Yeah, we have this stuff. We didn't just like dig through it and say like, "Oh, cool, look at this stuff we found," and then left it there.
Drop it. Yeah.
So we have John and Krzysztof too.
Yeah, that's true. You guys are gonna have to hopefully pick up the other guys. But
I said I have John on the broom.
Yeah.
And we have a second bag of holding. Give one to me. I'll put the other one in that.
Can you fit a Krzysztof in one?
I said let's figure out what it is first.
Yeah, because even if it is a bag of holding, you're gonna put a bag of holding in another bag of holding.
No. He was saying to put Krzysztof in the bag of holding so he could die.
Oh, head hanging out.
Yeah, and also if it's a bag of devouring, it'll just eat him.
It's true.
Yeah. So, he basically says, "Oh, you guys were great, and maybe we'll see each other again someday.
Hopefully.
Yeah, and maybe under better circumstances. So, I'm off to wander the plains, and so you start feeling like everything around you start to shake and jiggle, so to speak. And you see the door actually, like whatever the door is, open up.
He's pooping us out.
Yeah, he's he's trying to pass you.
Yeah.
Yes. And so he opens up that. And so unless you guys want to do like a Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory ending where you shoot up into the sky and come with me and you'll be, and you can look out over all of Waterdeep and wave hello or goodbye.
Well, I could do that anyway.
That's true. You got that ability. So he opens the door. So I'm assuming you guys are gonna step out or whatever.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So, as you step out, the the manor itself on the outside, you're not entirely sure how there aren't at least 30 guards here or wizards or anything, all number of people standing out here looking at the spectacle. But when you look back at the building, it is completely, it looks like a building, but made of flesh, in a very strange sort of, if you're familiar with a flying buttress, sort of, it has those things at the top corners of it. And those are made of like sinew and all this other, disgusting stuff. And you can see like where that beautiful stained glass window was. It seems to be like a large eye now, and it's sort of blinking here and there, like anything else want to do, like a giant, 50-foot eye. And so, it begins to sort of implode on itself. Actually, it just sort of, in a very quick, after all the rumbling and all the floor itself is sort of shaking. It's not like an earthquake or anything, but you can definitely feel it like a train passing under you.
Oh my God, prolapsing.
Yes, it's prolapsing. Yeah, it's rolled.
See your sphincter.
So it starts to collapse in on itself and just sort of winks out of existence, leaving a building-sized space between this place that maybe had no address. You're not even sure now that the address was legitimate. But yeah, you're basically dumped now on Waterdeep on the street, and nobody else seemed to notice what was going on. If they did, you'd be pretty sure there'd be somebody trying to investigate what was going on. But yeah, you're pretty much you're ready to go.
Perhaps it's better they never.
Yeah, so I'll describe all the things.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna have them like appraise. I'm gonna go to my door friend to have him appraise them.
Yep. All right, and so here's what we got. Oh, did I screw that up? All right, good. So the boots themselves are called boots of false tracks, right? And so what they do is, it's a wondrous item. It's common, so it's a common magic item. So only humanoids can wear these. But while wearing the boots, you can choose to have them leave tracks like those of another kind of human of your size.
I think that the illusionist should have them.
I mean, either that or we save them for Krzysztof or your brother, since they're both, sneaky.
Yeah, if we want to leave it for one of them, yeah, I'm fine with it.
Well, let's find out what everything is.
Yeah.
And so as you go across, you start itemizing everything. Let's just say you're under a sort of like a bench that has a covering, and covering you from the sun, and you guys are just hanging around this. You see the spell book, and this spell book is called an enduring spell book, right? And so it's this spell book, along with anything written on its pages, can't be damaged by fire or immersion in water. In addition, the spellbook doesn't deteriorate with age. So it seems to be simple spellbook, no bonuses, but it's pretty sturdy for a spell. The potion itself is a potion of gaseous form.
Nice.
Yep. And the pouch is a bag of holding, just has a different style than the one you have, Peter, but it is a bag.
Okay, so yeah, so whoever wants the bag of holding.
I already have a potion of gaseous form, so I'll pass on that.
Sure.
I'll take the potion of gaseous form.
All right.
And so there is. Oh, I left that. And so there were 2 rings, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so one ring, if you look at it, it has like elven writing on the inside.
Ooh.
And so when you really dig deep into it, it is a ring of invincibility.
I might want that.
The other ring is a ring of protection.
Oh, I might want that one. That. Life is hard.
So many choices.
How many charges does a ring of invisibility have?
So let's see. Do it. Second.
Who has the lowest AC of our group?
Probably Peter.
Probably me.
You know, it's interesting. I don't think it has charging.
Okay, I want the
I know
ring
a lot of them. Yeah, I know a lot of them do recharging at the morning or whatever, like 1d4 or whatever. It regains certain charges, but it does require attunement. I have to see. So is that from the thing, right? From the
Yeah, that's from Roll20.
Roll20, right? No, that's the thing. I want from the DMG. I just want to check, but yeah, it doesn't say anything about. It's just you can do it or not, and it's a bonus action to become visible again.
It's not bad.
But it works, I guess, regular. You know, if you attack or you cast a spell, it shows you up again. So what's the last thing?
I will say.
Hello? Oh no, I think I've lost internet. One sec. Hold on. Let me just get this on my phone.
So this might be.
So I just lost internet, so I'm using you on my phone. What have I missed in the past 25 seconds?
It's a dark shard amulet.
So that's for Krzysztof only.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. So
what does it do?
So while you're wearing it, you gain the following benefit. You can use the amulet as a spellcasting focus for your spell, and you can try to cast a cantrip that you don't know. The cantrip must be on the Warlock spell list, and you must make a DC 10 intelligence check. If the check succeeds, you cast a spell. If the check fails, so it's a spell, and the action used to cast a spell is wasted. In either case, you can't use it properly again. Yeah, so Krzysztof is the only Warlock, right?
Yeah. So if we're gonna give him the ring of invisibility, I'll just take the ring of protection then.
Yeah.
And then that's it.
Yeah. So then Ralph gets the bag of holding.
Oh, okay, that's cool. I'm more concerned about getting XP.
Well, yeah.
You guys thought you were getting XP from this. This is all fake. This is not real D&D. So I'm just gonna say Krzysztof and Johnny will get maybe a separate thing. Because when we last left, Krzysztof was on his way to check out what was going on in the captain's thing, so I figured they had their little short scenario there.
This when they left, so something must have happened.
Yeah, and so what I will say is that each of you get 1,880 XP each.
Okay.
Yeah. And then and let's just say, you know, I don't want to reward.
You said 1,880?
Yes. Actually, wait, hold on. Did I count? I don't think I counted the fucking demon. All right, give me a second.
Yeah, because that demon was like 5,000 experience, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly. We count the demon. Yeah, because otherwise there wasn't a lot of combat, so a lot of it was just the counter.
Come back.
Yeah, it was just like kind of like the fun.
Yeah, and so the demon. So we split. Let's just say we split 5,000 XP amongst 5 people, right? So it's an extra 1,000.
What do you mean by 5 people?
Actually, no, not even by 5 people. Yeah, because 2 guys were upstairs sleeping it out. So between the 3 of you, it's 5,000. So we'll need to. I'm not that good. So
1666.
Yeah, we'll round up because it's 66666. So 1667 on top. 1880.
So plus 1667?
1667. Yep. Poor Johnny needed the most XP too because he was the lowest level.
Let's see how far away I am.
Yeah, at level 7, it's.
Oh my god. I need
You leveled up?
88 points.
So what I was gonna bring up is that Ralph was trying to roleplay his 2 characters, but I don't think he deserves an extra 88 XP.
Silly me.
Oh man.
What? What do you need in order to level up?
34,000.
Yeah, because I don't.
Oh.
Did we get experience last time when you and I played?
We did.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay, I wasn't
what was
sure.
it, like 1400, something like that. I remember.
Oh,
it was
yeah,
in the
yeah. Yeah, because I'm at 33,047.
Yeah, because I'd given you guys like residual age XP on top of the actual level itself, right? Yeah, cool. Yeah. So, yeah, then you're off in the middle of Waterdeep, got your stuff, and I guess we'll pick up with anything else that happens next.
All right. Next time we play then.
Yeah.
All right, Benny. Would you like to sign us off on this episode?
I don't know how to do signups. Is there a book I can read? Is there a YouTube video?
I'm sure there's plenty of YouTube videos, but
Okay.
let's just say that thank you all for listening into You're Getting Railroaded. We appreciate your patronage.
Be good to
Benny
each other.
appreciates the practice. He loves it. We all love Benny for running this campaign because we love getting railroaded.
Yes.
And yeah,
This nonsense campaign.
I'm
The
enjoying
dude
it
was
thoroughly.
eating fried chicken.
I
Sorry.
like fried chicken. All right, so
right.
thank you so much for watching, and tune in for next time. You're Getting Railroaded.
Smash that like button. Subscribe. Kill your parents.
Thank
my
you,
God.
Benny.